Jamaica's prime minister has declared the entire country a disaster area, even though, with limited communication across the island, they are only just beginning to assess the damage. It could take weeks to fully determine the extent of the destruction. Meanwhile, Hurricane Melissa is marching on, heading north over the Caribbean, aiming straight for Cuba. The winds have eased a tiny bit, if you can even call it that, making Melissa a Category 4 storm now, with winds clocked at 150 miles an hour. But make no mistake, Melissa is deadly dangerous already. The hurricane is being blamed for 7 fatalities, 3 in Jamaica during storm preparations. And there are now worries that more could be on the way. Joining us now is Matt Benz, senior meteorologist at AccuWeather. And Matt, this is a very slow-moving storm. It's creeping along at just 8 miles per hour. That's causing huge problems with rainfall.
Yeah, that was really the issue the last number of days with the lead up to landfall in Jamaica. It was the slow motion of the storm, which dropped a large amount of moisture ahead of the storm, not even before it made landfall here earlier on today. So that slow motion continues at the moment. The good news, it's going to speed up here over the next 24 hours. It gets picked up by a trough over the eastern U.S., and that will eventually take it out into the Atlantic. But in the meantime, still a slow go across the northern Caribbean.
Where's the eye of the storm now?
Eye of the storm now just moving off of land across northern portions of Jamaica, now in that channel between Jamaica and Cuba. So it's going to spend some time over the next few hours over that very warm water of the northern Caribbean, perhaps maintaining intensity and then eventually making landfall here later on tonight in the eastern portion of Cuba.
Some of these images we've gotten from the Hurricane Hunter airplanes are absolutely staggering, showing not just the eye of the hurricane, but the wall. We're seeing it right here. It looks like a stadium. One of the Hurricane Hunter planes actually had to abort its mission, which hardly ever happens because of extreme turbulence.
Yeah, some of us here at AccuWeather stopped and we all gathered around computers here just watching that video because it is truly jaw-dropping. And when you get these incredibly intense storms like this, the towering thunderstorms around the center of the storm, you get that stadium effect, like you said, and truly jaw-dropping and unbelievable, and just showing you just how powerful the storm was. Not only the strongest storm to hit Jamaica, but this is tied for the strongest storm in the Atlantic making landfall, not only for wind speed, but also for pressure, tying the 1935 storm that went through portions of the Florida Keys.
Meteorologists say this storm is rewriting the record books. Is it because it's the strength of it? Is it because of the amount of rainfall it's dropping? Is it because of the wind speed? Is it all three?
It's a combination of all three, but what was truly amazing watching this storm really ramp up through the day on Sunday and then through yesterday, it never truly plateaued. Sometimes these storms go through what's called an eye replacement cycle. This never hit that. It just kept strengthening right up through landfall, which really make this a very unique system.
And just out of curiosity, it's marching north toward Cuba right now, might hit the Bahamas after that. Is the United States or any part of the continental U.S. in danger?
I think the continental U.S. will be okay. This storm will be steered more towards the east. Atlantic Canada could be on the very edge of this storm here as we head towards this weekend, but largely the east coast of the U.S. outside of rough surf will be missed here by the storm.
And what are you looking for in the next few hours when it hits Cuba?
Well, it's going to be impacting Cuba during the overnight. So unlike Jamaica, where it hit during the day, it's going to be more dangerous just because you'll see, you won't be able to see the flying debris or what is coming down outside. So we're going to look at the winds increasing across eastern Cuba, of course, the rainfall increasing as well, and that storm surge will be surging as well over the next few hours.
How high is storm surge?
We're looking at storm surge right here at around 6 to 10 to 10 to 15 feet on the south central, southeastern coast of Cuba.
That's a lot of storm surge. Wow, very high.
Yeah.
All right, Matt Benz, thank you so much from AccuWeather. Joining us now is Camille Gale. She's on the ground in the Jamaican capital of Kingston, the largest city on the island. You're working with your AI company to provide real-time help. What are you seeing? What are the conditions there right now?
Well, right now we're in Kingston. The winds aren't as heavy as they were earlier today, but it's still quite a bit of winds. We have, we're barricaded, so we can't see outside very easily, but we can hear the gusts of winds. They're asking everyone to stay away from the doors, so we can't really tell, but there's still a lot of rain, still a lot of wind happening on the outside.
What was that like? This is the second biggest hurricane ever recorded. This is the largest hurricane to hit Jamaica. What did it sound like when you heard it?
It was terrifying. So it's a lot of whistling, a lot of, because sounds are coming in through the cracks. It's loud. The windows are shaking, and we're in Kingston, so we are further away from where it actually made landfall. So I can't imagine what happened on the western side of the island, because if it's affecting Kingston in this way, it was terrifying.
Yeah, I can imagine it was terrifying. This is the most heavily populated part of Jamaica. Did people take shelter? There was an evacuation order that went out, but officials were worried because a lot of people were saying, I'm going to write it out at home.
Well, I don't have those numbers, but it would seem as if people took shelter. The mayors went around, they had buses, they were picking people up. Some persons chose to ride it out at home. I'm sure others would have, because of the storm surge, because of the flooding that is anticipated. I mean, the Intelibus team for business continuity, we actually pulled some of our critical team members, and we are hosting them at a hotel. And they came with their families. So quite a few people, even in the midst of the storm, called us and said, they're concerned about flooding, and we told them to come to us.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.